Hi, good morning and welcome to Brunch with Brian, your fun real estate live stream. I love bringing it to you. I love seeing you here every weekday morning at the same time, joining me for positivity and some excellent thinking and training. Okay, so what's the training today? So our lesson today is about being a successful entrepreneur because it's National Entrepreneurs Day. That's a cool day. So we're celebrating entrepreneurs. And if you're going to be a real estate investor, or have any business, but if you're going to be a real estate investor, you need to have the qualities of an entrepreneur, which I'm going to talk about today. So let's get some positive affirmations. I am a successful business owner. Let's say that because you're an entrepreneur. I am a successful business owner. Now, let's say you don't have a successful business yet. Let's say your real estate isn't rocking and rolling yet. Well, you're trying to build a future, aren't you? You're trying to visualize and create a future. I'll tell you what, however you feel about certain people in the world, some people are really good at creating a reality and having other people buy into it. And when you are selling, when you're talking to customers, you're saying, hey, this reality, what we can do for you, selling your house this way, this is the best reality for you. This is going to be the reality that turns out the best, better than going through an agent, better than trying to sell, keep trying to sell it yourself. But selling it to me on terms is the way to go. That's the reality, the best reality for you. So you have to buy into that reality. That's the other thing about being an entrepreneur. You can't be half-hearted about it. You have to really believe. Okay, so let's say this: I am a strong believer. Now you have to be careful what you're believing in, obviously, but you got to pick smart things to be involved with, things that are going to be rewarding to you, like real estate investing, and then commit to it. So and become a real believer. So I believe in myself. Let's do that one because that's where it all starts. I believe in myself. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I believe in myself. Okay, let's do that one again. I believe in myself. Okay, when you say that, what does that make you think? Does it make you, it should conjure up thoughts and feelings of when you were successful in your life and when you've been successful and why you were successful and the qualities and traits that you used to be successful. We like to celebrate other national days. It's national, I don't know where this came from, but it's National Farm Joke Day. Okay, so it's there's a couple of things today. It's Farm Joke Day, it's Entrepreneur Day, it's National Unfriend Day, and I guess Jimmy Kimmel came up with this in 2010, where you're supposed to go through and unfriend all the people because you get too cluttered up with your social media. Homemade Bread Day, if you like to make homemade bread and baklava. And now this is it's World Preemie Day. I was a preemie. I was born 6 weeks early myself, so that's a nice thing to recognize. And here's a big one for me. It's National Hiking Day, National Take a Hike Day. So anybody gives you guff today, or if they're nice to you, say, hey, go take a hike because it's National Hiking Day. So I love taking hikes, and we're trying to work out our schedule here where we can go on a hike. But remember, we have our Teaching Tuesdays this afternoon. So when Teaching Tuesdays is 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, as you know. And we're going to have an incredible topic on Teaching Tuesdays today. So I'm going to see you in about 7 hours. And but yes, it is farm jokes today. Hey, what's the boss? What's the boss over at Old McDonald's farm? What do they call him? He's the CIEIO. I like that one. The CIEIO. Okay. We had, when I used to live in Minnesota, Lynette actually used to live on a farm in South Dakota. When she was first born, Lynette was born in Aberdeen, South Dakota. She's a farm girl in the beginning of her life. But she had some neighbors who had a dairy farm, a cow. They were I wanted to talk today about being an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. So when you are, I think the big thing that it takes and where you have to start if you want to have a successful business or create a successful business is you have to be an optimist. Okay, you have to expect success. That's my motto. Write that down. Expect success. You should write that down and post it somewhere if you don't have that sign somewhere. Expect success. That's about being an optimist. You're not going to start a new business and create some new business or real estate business unless you believe you're going to be successful. You're not going to start it if you think you're going to fail. So that's the key. You got to start off with optimistic, expect success. Then you have to be resourceful. Okay, there's things you don't know in the entrepreneurial world, and there's always things that you can learn and get better at, and especially in real estate investing. So that's where you have to be resourceful. So when I say resourceful, you have to find resources that are going to help you succeed, one of which is us. So guys, you are already resourceful because you found the Wolff couple. And we're an awesome resource for teaching you how to be successful at real estate investing. Us and Ron LeGrand have the best training. We learned from Ron, of course, and took what we learned from Ron and maybe created some systems around it and scripts and that, like our what to say and what to do system with Ron in it. So that's key. That's very important. So number one, right, optimistic. Number two, resourceful. You have to, and number three, I don't know exactly how to say this, but capacity to learn. Capacity to learn and grow and change. Some people are pretty set, but it's unlikely you're going to be out there wanting to start a new business if you aren't somewhat flexible on change. And that's the thing, when you're an entrepreneur, it's constant change. There's always market changes and conditions and customers, and everything always changes. So you have to be willing to take on a business like that and really believe. You have to think outside the box. So you have to be creative, and you have to be able to think of things that other people maybe haven't thought of and be successful. And you also have to copy a lot. You have to find a model that works and copy it. That's a huge thing. I'm also going to throw in ability to focus and work hard, because it's going to take work. I'll tell you that in real estate investing, if you're clever, you don't have to work tons. You don't have to work more than 7 to 10 hours a week to really get a lot of business going, because it's amazing what you can do on the phone. I mean, what I've seen Lynette accomplish on the phone over an hour, like when we were calling all the leads. Now, the summit's coming up this week, too. I should remind you guys. A lot of you are going to be at that summit, at the Global Publishing and Ron LeGrand Summit this week, a virtual summit. And so I will let you know that we're going to be on Friday morning, right? First thing. So they start at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So watch for us, 9 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be talking about hiring acquisitionists. That's a big part of being an entrepreneur, because if you're an entrepreneur, you can't possibly do it all yourself. So you have to also be a team builder. So write that down. You have to be able to build rapport with people and build a team and have people buy in. So again, that's and that's something that we're going to talk about on Friday about when we talk about acquisitionists, who will help you and help you marshal your forces and succeed in this business. So that's how we're going to celebrate National Entrepreneurs Day. I want you to write it. If you really want to be a great entrepreneur, I want you to write down a 1-year plan if you don't already have this, because what does an entrepreneur do? Is a good planner too. If you want to put that down, you can plan and execute. So in this, I want you to write a 1-year plan, a 2-year plan, a 3-year plan, and a 5-year plan. Okay, and maybe a 10-year plan too for your real estate investing. And I'll tell you, it's been, since we started with Ron, it's been 17 years. And we bought some properties that we bought way back then. I mean, we still have them, and they're still paying us off handsomely. So guys, I want you all to be successful entrepreneurs. And so that's what today is all about. And so have a great day today. I'm come back for Teaching Tuesdays. Again, that's 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So we'll see you on our amazing Teaching Tuesday conference calls every week. And we'll have another great session there. So until then, guys, keep expecting success. Like I always talk about, optimism, and keep taking action. See you later.